Welcome everyone to the CCL Halftime Show. I'm Kyle Fergusson, and today I get to interview Ultralisk of Chili Mountain. Welcome to you, Ultralisk.
Yo, hello. Thanks for having me on the show.
It's great to talk to you. You've been in all 4 seasons of the CCL, and I finally get to sit down with you. So, introduce yourself to the audience. How'd you get involved in Heroes?
I started playing the game around, I think, when I was 11, or maybe even 12, something about that. And I got interested by, I think I saw my father playing it, and I was like, kind of want to try that, and that's kind of how I got into it.
So was this your very first MOBA?
Actually, yes. I didn't play that much other stuff when I was 11.
Sure, no, absolutely. So you actually entered the Community Clash Season 1 with just really one title under your belt. That was from the EU in-house league. Was there anything else you had done to kind of get recognized or go in the scene? Were you Grandmaster and circling around that zone?
I have been Grandmaster ever since the last season of HCC. I think right before I died or something. And I think the in-house league was my first victory, but somewhat right after that, I think we ended up winning the Chili Mountain Cup as well. That got hosted in Europe. So, and there was also the Thatcher Don't Panic Cup. I think it was even 1 week after the in-house league thingy that we also ended up winning. So that it was kind of the time where we started stepping it up.
How did you get so good? Did you have a coach? Did you have someone teaching you how to play? No. I just played a lot, I think. Essentially, I had talent, I guess. Yeah.
I had good connections with the people, because that's one of the most important things, to have connections to get you into a team, actually, for starters, because you need to competitive experience first in order to make it big in that sense. So that is kind of what it comes down to as well, besides the obvious things as skill and effort, obviously.
So here on your Wikipedia page, it lists several heroes as your signature hero. I'm excited to see some of these in the upcoming season, but we got a Kerrigan, a Medivh, a Maiev, and a Li Ming. Does that still match for you? Would you say those are still your main heroes?
We haven't played that much Medivh lately, mostly because it's a bit shifted out of the meta. The thing with Medivh also is it's a very team-based hero, so if you it's a completely different playstyle, right? For example, you can't really play macro if you have a Medivh. You are kind of committed to brawling and that type of style, while the playstyle shifted a bit more towards macro, I would say. So it has been fallen off a bit, but we play it sometimes still. So, I still love playing Li Ming, Kerrigan, and Maiev, obviously.
But this past week, you got really into Sylvanas, or you've been into Sylvanas for a while. Does that kind of match that? Not your favorite, but you play it?
I kind of like a thingy where you have to play it because it's good in the meta. And as I said, the macro play style, that kind of plays into that. And that is mostly the biggest reason why. And also melees aren't that good because of the ping in CCL. For example, playing Maiev can be quite annoying sometimes, because the ping essentially actually impacts your damage in the game.
Sure, that makes plenty of sense. So if we were cheering for Ultralisk, who should we be most excited that you finally get to play? When we see that hero go up, we know Sylvanas now. You're doing it for the team. Good on you. But who is number one in your book?
I would say Kerrigan is pretty interesting to watch because I don't feel it gets affected that much by ping. And if there is the LAN thingy, you're gonna be excited to see some Maiev without ping.
Yeah.
And people already had the chance chance to watch that in Miami, and I think quite a lot of people are convinced that that is one of the best.
That is fair. I mean, we've been talking about your community clash participation, but you've gone on to be first in the Defrost, first in Nexus Cup, and first in X Cup, all in between our last season here of CCL. You've been busy.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have won pretty much every Europe tournament, with the exception of the Masters Clash Beyond thingy. There was like the weird maps like Blackheart's Bay and all that stuff.
Sure.
But I think besides that, we won every tournament in the last 1.5 year time frame. And the only other thing that I didn't win was CCL, I would say mainly because of the draft system. But now that the system is gone, or like that you can choose with who you want to play, I think should be possible to win also this season.
Yeah, that's the really exciting thing about this season. All the teams are looking really stacked, and you get to continue on with Make and Banana, but you also have some new players join the whole team. But Chili Mountain is strictly now an EU-based time zone team for you all.
I mean, it's basically the team that I played with in Europe all the time and kept winning.
Wait, was that worst? What was your team name for the Chili Mountain?
No, it was we simply wanted to go for the acronym, if that is how you say it in English. Like the WA. That was the only reason behind it.
Behind the name Worst and Homies?
Yeah.
Excellent. So looking at some of the other teams, last week y'all faced Oxygen Esports. Any thought on that matchup?
I mean, we had played them right before in Masters Clash, actually, which we won somewhat convincingly, I would say, 2-0. And then we got clapped 3-0 on Ping. Not saying Ping is the only reason. I would say we had a bit of drafting. Actually, like game 2 and 3, the game was a bit harder from draft, I would say. And game 1, we just entered it at some point in midfield or something. But I mean, yeah, there were other things as well. But I would say Ping also plays a big part into that as of why we lost, I think.
And then this coming week, you're going to be facing Granite Gaming. Any thoughts on that team?
I mean, I've watched these guys like back when I was 14, when I was like, yo, I want to play this game competitively, I want to do what these guys are doing. So it's kind of interesting now that the competitive scene mostly broke down in that sense, with like the Blizzard thingy, like HCC got canned against them now. So yeah.
Any thoughts on the other teams you might be facing this season?
I mean, I think besides that team, the one with like the NA Superstar team kind of is interesting, like with Kyo, Madara, all those guys, 30k I think it is. Because we did play against them in like the show match, the fundraiser for Ukraine. And they ended up winning, maybe also because of Ping. You know, maybe I might have entered it a bit. Could have happened that I missed some arrows here and there, you know. But yeah, those guys are also to look out. And actually, I'm not too sure about Wildheart yet, because I had seen a bit of their tank. I think he's also Korean, Haven. And he kind of looked impressive, considering he plays on much more ping than I am, for example.
That's fair. It's going to be a very exciting season. As we end here, any shout outs you'd like to make?
Shout out to our sponsor and Chill Mountain, of course. Yeah, you can. Right. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. And actually, our sponsor here as well, Shaq Iger. from Chill Mountain. You can check out those guys as well. Wait, actually, I have one here, and wait, maybe I should put it on. Actually, it kind of looks pretty good, I would say, quite fancy.
Nice.
So yeah, check out the Shack IG as well, and the Chill Mountain merch, obviously. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. A pleasure talking to you. Everyone, stay tuned for that upcoming matchup.